Fellas, every once in a while a game comes out that just drives the ponies crazy. Not just the ponies, but the whole of the media. They look for any way that they can engagement farm for this game. They lay out their teeth. They just can't help the fact that they don't have this on their favored plastic. You've even got reviewers coming out who say that they've played the game, actively lie about playing the game, and then put out a bad review to get those up clicks on X so they can get that sweet, sweet money off X just for engagement farming. But I thought Elon said that fake engagement farming would lead to an account deletion. I guess one day that will happen. But you all know what I'm talking about. You've seen the thumbnail. Shattered Space has come out and has been doing pretty damn well. Obviously, it's going to be available on Game Pass PC, and on Steam. So there are multiple ways to play this. And well, it looks like some of these ponies and reviewers are severely butthurt when it comes to the might that is Shattered Space. All I'm hearing from people that are neutral, that are actually PlayStation fans, this is a damn good update, this is a damn good game. Now, if you run through the whole thing, you can potentially run through every single... you can run through the main storyline in about 6 hours. But if you're doing the side quests, the exploring around and enjoying what the developers have built, it's about a 10 to 15 hour game, which isn't bad for an update. Now, obviously, people are going to try and compare this to For Harbor on Skyrim, but why are people comparing it to something else? From everything I've heard, this is a great experience for those that have enjoyed it. I'm going to be jumping into this later tonight over at twitch.tv/ChaosLounge streaming, and hopefully you'll join me there, but let's see how good it is for myself. I'm really enjoying Starfield, having got back into it recently, but this is crazy. Let's just have a look and just see how bad the pony fiasco has gotten, because it's quite special. So as you can see here, we've got James, the notorious pony. Xbox fans are looking at this chart, claiming it's no big deal since Shattered Space expansion is played on Game Pass, not Steam. But if that's the case, why was the peak 20 plus times higher on Steam last year? And yet, he doesn't understand that though Steam got 330k, Xbox Game Pass on Xbox and PC Game Pass was over 670k concurrent on its own. And this was when it was at 1 million concurrent. It did reach higher than those numbers. I just couldn't find a picture for it. But it did actually reach higher than those numbers. So, my dude is clearly trying to reach here. I, as well as many other people, are playing this on PC Game Pass. I mean, I've got this game through Game Pass. I bought the digital upgrade. I got the collector's edition, which means I already own the game as well. So, yeah, they cannot help it, right? They cannot help it. Their butthurt, the butthurt of this guy is truly surreal. But then we got Mr. Matty Plays, who calls himself a notorious, Bethesda fan, and he comes out saying there isn't even any new companions. And J-Rock over here clearly just, ousts him and just completely just makes him look stupid by showing that there are 2 new companions in the actual game. So clearly, Mr. Matty Plays just beelined the main scenario, didn't care about anything. I don't even know if he played it, to be fair. He calls himself a notorious Starfield, but from what I've seen and read over the past few hours, he's nothing but a Bethesda hater that kind of camouflages himself as a Bethesda lover. It's pretty sad that it's come down to this, but, exposing these people is what we're doing here today, because all they've done up until now is hate on Starfield because it's not on their favorite plastic. But make no mistake, folks, if this ever goes to PlayStation, this will be a 10 out of the 10 game of the generation instantly. It will be the best game they've ever played. I can guarantee it. But then you got Nibs over here, DLC is off to a poor start in purchase confirmed user reviews. Most people bought the digital upgrade, which gave the, you paid for it when you first bought the game. I mean, come on. But either way, 42% on Steam, 70% on Xbox. So you can clearly see where this is going, right? It's way more purchased on Xbox than Steam, so the Steam numbers are going to be lower. But then again, those that bought the deluxe edition or the early, the premium edition of the game that allowed you to have 3 days early access, which was a lot, by the way. If you're looking at that 330k concurrent users, that's give or take roughly 5 times the amount. You're looking at 1.5 million people who already have the game, the DLC purchased. Then you're looking at 750k on Xbox, and if you multiply that by 5, which is about the average, you're looking at a lot of people that have already purchased this game, the DLC upgrade. So, is it shocking that the purchases of this is going to be low? But you know what? It's not shocking. It's nibs. And though, Xbox Era gave it a 9 out of 10, they're the only one to review it. They came out first. The review codes weren't sent out before because there was going to be no access to it. Simple as that. You've got this one over here, another one. Mike Straw of Insider Gaming. Starfield Shadowspace releases today, and there are more people playing TCG Card Shop Simulator on Steam. Do you know what else there is? There's more people playing this than all other PlayStation games on Steam as well. Steam is weird, but you know what? He's only looking at Steam. Why don't you look at Xbox and PC Game Pass as well? That's where you'll find the real numbers. This is probably in the region of about 100k. But, they're going to try and console themselves crying their way to sleep because that is all they can do right now because they desperately want this game on their PlayStation and they can't have it. They are in all sorts. I mean, after the debacle that came out with them trying to say that the Asus ROG Ally, they came out in stables. They all posted the same thing, one after the other. It was crazy. I'd love them to actually show me how they can build a handheld PC for $800. If they can show me that, I'll be impressed. But that's the kind of IQ these guys have. And you can see over here, it's no different. They are reaching like there is no tomorrow. You've got Ashtray Gaming calling out Tuxley over here. xClowns assured me that many more people would be playing Starfield. They have been. Since the mods have come out, it's been a massive success. You know what? I think they should continue playing this. If you don't know, if you go and check out the Steam charts and the actual number of players, there is still between 1 to 3 people signing in almost on a daily basis trying to play this game. Yeah, that's how much these ponies really like this game. 400 million down the drain, but do you know which one is still making money? Starfield! Do you know which one isn't making money? Concord! It just went... But anyway, let's continue. PC Gamer. This wouldn't be complete without PC Gamer, right? Starfield Shattered Space expansion hasn't been a smashing success on Steam. Why is it only on Steam? The game is available via PC Game Pass and via Xbox Game Pass. So that should tell you that the numbers are going to be divided. But the low IQ of these ponies, because this is a very, very big pony-centric publication, should tell you everything you need to know. It's so crazy how upset and butthurt these guys are. They are so upset at this. It's hilarious. And do you know what? I absolutely love it. I do. I love it. I love to see their tears coming out. The salt just pouring down. It's great. And it is beautiful to see. You got Oliver Darko here, who to this day still hasn't had a good take. And unfortunately continues to not have a good take. So Shadow Space was supposed to do for Starfield what Phantom Liberty did for Cyberpunk, a turnaround. And from everything I've heard from people that are genuinely trying this game out and wanting to enjoy the DLC, PlayStation fans, Xbox fans, and neutral fans, they are actually enjoying it. It's the ones that are butthurt, the ones that are console warring, or the ones that are engagement farming that are upset. And even though this is at 16,000, I think it's at like 24,000 now, and that's without PC Game Pass and Xbox Game Pass, which will escalate it a lot, somewhere into the region of about 100k. But Oliver Darko, one day you're going to have a good take. One day. I believe it. I believe you've got it. I believe you've got one in you. Just one. That's all I want to see. Just one good take in you. I'm not asking for much. Just one good take. You've got RLF over here. Is a bore fest 4 hours in, and it's clear to me that this is a piece of the core game chopped off and held back for monetization. Uh-huh. No bonus to choosing Andrea as your companion, and the rover is locked at the SP as you got a boost run all over the place. That's not true either. So, more lies! Michael over here from Legacy Killer HD. It took me 5 hours to finish Shattered Space. Basically, he did nothing. No exploring, no sightseeing, no speaking to side quests, nothing. He just followed the main path. Like, who does that? Who literally does that? One of the most baffling story DLCs Bethesda has ever done. Yeah, I've spoken to PS fans and Xbox fans, and so far, all I've been hearing is nothing but praise. You can exclude the Xbox fans because they may just be blindly saying yes. But when I've got PlayStation fans telling me that they're really enjoying the story, that should tell you everything. It's just another engagement farm. And you can see over here, right? 100k. My dude is clearly just the main story. I mean, people are even questioning him, right? Nothing. Not checking out the other areas or the settlements or NPCs or side quests. Nothing. You just did the main story and you're coming out with this. Get out of here, dude. You got this one over here, Les Nicho. He's new to the Foundation, and he's using a third-party game. A third-party game, because, do you know what? PlayStation has no first party. Where are there? I mean, he could have used Astrobot. He could have used Concord. Why didn't he use Concord? The ideal first-party game. But no, he had to use Baldur's Gate, one of the most sensational games of last year, to try and push his agenda, because he couldn't rely on any PlayStation first party game. God forbid he was going to do that, because holy crap, that would be actually catastrophic if he actually tried to show a PlayStation first party. Whoo boy. We got Para over here responding to Luke Stevens. Finish Shadow Space accidentally in the afternoon. No one finishes a game accidentally anywhere. That's just bollocks. And I think everyone knows this. Simply, it's more Starfield, which is what we want. The writing is painfully dry. I have heard completely to the contrary, but we're going to be playing it tonight, so we'll see for ourselves. The characters act like they don't want to be here, and the lack of optimization is painful. Well, again, I'm going to see that for myself. Hey Luke, this is Starfield hate train that you've been on since launch. Okay, so that explains everything. Last year has ran out of gas, not getting many likes this time around because people are tired of this same lazy, cop-out circle jerk of useless hate that you're a part of. I think it's time to wrap it up. Okay, so this guy, Luke Stevens, clearly is just another engagement farming person that wants to hate on Starfield so it can actually get some clicks and views so they can pay their rent by the end of the month. James, the final one of the lot. Starfield, game of the generation. And yet, a year later, the game is still in their heads, rent-free. You've got over here, Starfield Shattered Space is already struggling to make an impact on Steam. Did God of War... What happened to God of War, by the way? God of War came out, and no one cared. Literally, God of War Ragnarok came out, and it kind of disappeared the day it came out. No one cared. No one. No one cared. Because, it's a bad game. But Shattered Space, it gets views. You know, even talking bad about Ragnarok wasn't worth their time because it would have get them views. So now, publications know that they can make money by trying to shit on Starfield. So they do it. This is hilarious. And the fact that they are only referring to Steam means it's clearly targeted, because any self-respecting publication, which not many exist, if any at the moment, would tell you that the Game Pass numbers and the Game Pass for PC and Xbox would bolster these numbers exponentially. But hey, you don't need to take my word for it. it is just a reality. And folks, well, that's kind of it. I find this super hilarious. I find this super fun. And it's been a while that I was thinking about doing something different on this channel. But I did not see this on my bingo cards, that after the first turn of events that they were going to come back and do exactly the same for Starfield DLC. And then they wonder why people turn around and go after their games. Who knows? Maybe we'll see tonight, and I'll see what I think of the game. Either way, I think that Starfield DLC, from everything I've heard, seems to be in the right direction, and these pre-populated planets are the way to go. Let me know what you think if you've played it in the comment section below, and if you enjoyed this video, do hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release, and I will see you in the next one. As always, remain legend.